Okay, check, check, check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sure the audio's working here. Okay, so this game here, I mentioned this. I'm gonna turn this air conditioner off. I mentioned this game in my rant video about a JunkRat who was running out in front of the fucking team and getting wiped out and bitching about not being healed, despite the fact he's standing in front of an enemy team behind, like he's actually in front of the tank shield. So, fucking, instant deletion is what you're gonna get there. Anyway, I realized that I had that actual match in the replays here, so I want to actually fucking just take a look at this match, see how this goes down. I'll comment as we go along here. This is the beginning of it here.
I'll be right behind you.
Hello. With each step, my burden lightens.
It's amazing to me is how you get tunnel vision in this game, right? Like, fuck, man. The one reason why I don't like playing tank is that basically I'm not healing myself. So I need like a Mercy that thinks like I do, healing me to play tank. So when I get someone like Smooth to heal me or YOLO or whatever, there's times when you're a tank that you're fucking convinced you're not being healed. Just because of how fast you die or whatever, right? And it's only when you go back and look at the replay do you realize, oh fuck, actually they were healing me, just fucking you took too much damage and died. So, problem's on me, not on them, right? Well, this JunkRat must be the same fucking thing. They got it right up in front of me here. I got the beam on. Watch this. Comes out. Does this little jumpy jumper in the air. Remember, the whole team's sitting there looking at me. You see all the marker outlines there. Look at this. And he goes in the room. He leaves the fucking healer beam entirely. Goes in the room, gets fucking raped. Alright, dead instantly. Okay. I guess if you don't learn the first time, try again, right? So, never go again. Second try, he's coming out now. He's over here, he walks in the room. Look at the symmetric fucking laser turrets on the back of his head. Dead. I gotta pause this. Like, at no point... Let's go back on that. At no point does this guy realize... And as to why that is, I have no fucking idea. I don't know if he doesn't have his audio on or fucking listening to music or whatever the case may be. But them lasers make a noise. You walk in there, if you don't hear them, there's something fucking wrong with you, right? Or your system or whatever. So, and that's what we have here in this case here. So I'm basically on the tank here making sure he doesn't fall over. JunkRat's right beside us here. And Symmetra's already, you can already see the one laser up here on the fucking, need to get that epic pen program so I can draw on the fucking screen. But right over here, he's already got one laser sitting in there, and there's a couple against his back wall that he's going to find out when he walks in there. Something else about, like, what people don't think about when this game's a complicated game, because when you watch gameplay go down, most people will turn around and do what we're doing here, right? They turn around, they run down, they come out of the spawn, they run straight on the road here and all that kind of shit. Him being a JunkRat, what he could have done, but again, keep in mind to do this, you generally want to be in team chat because you need fucking, to be able to fucking communicate with the team to successfully do some of this shit. And again, with this game for fucking some reason, people don't want to be in fucking chat, right? If this fucking JunkRat, instead of coming down this main road here, when he come out to fucking spawn, just went right, he basically would fucking cycle up right up behind him. And he would come out over here on the side where the mouse pointer is, right over here. So you come down that pathway, basically you'd show up here behind the diva. If he had done that, you could have killed a bunch of shit on the way. Right? And then, and still not go in this room. For whatever fucking reason, he wants to go in this room, right? But you got to keep in mind, the enemy team's basically sitting there. They can see this doorway, right? So as soon as he fucking goes in there, despite the fact the lasers are going to get him, the team can see him going in there too. So watch this. He comes in. Right away, you can see the green beams on him. They're in the back of his head. They managed to break one of the fucking lasers here, that was here, and they still got these two in the back. And what people don't even understand about this is that fucking them lasers, as a healer, I have seen, and I'm not even fucking joking, man, if somebody's got like fucking 5,000 hours in the game, I've seen thousands of people die to these fucking lasers, man, especially if you get 3 of them on you. And I've had it happen to me, like fucking... They'll put them somewhere you don't expect, and you'll get fucking hit by them. They slow you right away when they fucking hit you, and by the time you turn around to even shoot one of them off the fucking wall, you're completely dead. And people don't respect that, right? That's one of the fucking problems with them lasers. So, he goes in that room. Remember, he died the first time going in the room, right? So, for whatever reason, probably figured his chances were going to be higher the second time. Fuck. Going back in the same room again, in the same situation. And as you can see, dead. And it's only, and still, the tank tried to fucking get him off the wall. He was taking damage too, but they still got one laser sitting here. And at the time this is going on, I wish these fucking replays would show the chat. This is something else a Blizzard, like, they're too busy fucking the dog, man. Like, in terms of fucking actually putting things in this game that people want to see. One thing you don't have here is the tab, right? So if you hit tab, even when the game's playing, you can't bring up the stats, which is a huge fucking pain in the ass. You can't. There's a whole bunch of information those stats will provide as the fucking matches basically playing out and shit as time will go on. That would be handy to have. And that's been a request now for fucking ever since this game come out, and we're now in 2024 and still don't have it. So, yeah, so that JunkRat gets smoked again. Now, in chat, he's basically fucking trying to argue that basically he's not being healed. But the problem is nothing to do with the healing. The problem is everything to do with the way he's playing the fucking game, right? Like, he's just not giving a fuck, and he's running in there. He's not paying attention. Like I said, he can't hear. Or he's ignoring the sounds or doesn't know the game, whatever the case may be. And he's just getting fucking lit up. And like I said, even if the lasers didn't kill him, you can see here, their whole fucking team is up there too. And they'd see him going in there, and he's just going to get fucking cooked. So we'll watch this fucking match play out here. So I think we actually end up winning this. But I told him at the end, I said, look, dude, I said, go watch the replay, and you'll understand why you die. I said, it was not a fucking healing problem. And he basically is trying to argue with me, saying, oh, yeah, it's a healing problem. Well, okay, you think whatever you want. And that's the thing with this game, right? Until you fucking play healer, you don't even see the amount of shit that goes down in this game, right? If you're running around as DPS, you're paying attention to your little fucking 2-inch circle in the center of your screen. You don't see fucking shit. Your field of view is about fucking 3 inches in the center of the screen, right? Because you're trying to fucking mow your target down. That's not a fucking an insult to the DPS. It's just the way. It's the same way I play. It's the same thing with me. If I get in fucking DPS, man, generally I won't even talk if I'm DPS because I can't fucking. I'm too busy trying to kill somebody to be fucking commentating on what's actually going on. Whereas Mercy, one of the best fucking things about her, and it's probably one of the most underrated things about her, is the fact that fucking basically you can put the beam on somebody, whether it's damage boost or healing, and you can still rotate your camera around, right? You can rotate your fucking character around to see big picture what the fuck is going on in whatever map you're in, right? And so then you can turn on a relay, like in that one video I did there, we're on King's Row, and we had a Reaper and a Sombra constantly fucking like behind us the entire fucking match. And it was only because me sitting there on comms, and some of them guys were in comms on my team, could hear me calling out, the Sombra's on us, or the Reaper's getting ready to dive down from up top on top of the roof or some shit. He's coming down basically to fucking visit. And we were able to delete him, right? But people don't use fucking comms in this game, for the most part. You get the odd fucking person that turns it on, but for the most part, probably I would say 90% don't even bother with it. And that's a huge fucking problem. But the one thing I like about Mercy is the fact that that's the one thing you can do with her is basically heal or damage boost and still be able to fucking keep full field of view on what's happening, what's coming in, what's trying to get behind us, and you can relay all this to the DPS or tank or whatever and get shit fucking done. That's the one thing I love about her, and she's the only healer that can do that. Anna, if your team's far away, you're fucking scoped in, you're too busy trying to, again, I think any character in the game where you have to fucking worry about trying to hit something, so whether it's fucking like in case of Anna with her the healing shots, Kiriko, if she tries to do DPS, and I find that even myself, if I get on something that does DPS as a healer, the healing becomes secondary, right? And sometimes it might not happen at all because you're too busy trying to fucking wipe somebody out or a couple people or whatever, right? Whereas Mercy, because the main thing is the heals, and secondary to that would be the damage boost, although some people would actually have that reversed, right? The most important thing would be damage boost and then the healing. The problem in this game at the level that fucking I'm at, so between silver and gold, it would be that fucking most DPS they're not very accurate when they hit shit. So if I put down, like, I'm telling you, I've done this so many times. I'll sit there, I'll hit tab, okay, what DPS is getting the most kills? And then I'll go over, damage boost the guy, follow him around, and it's just like there's nothing happening. So by the time the match is over, you got like 300 extra damage from fucking damage boosting him, and that's it. So in a lot of cases, it's almost worth not even doing. Because they just don't capitalize on it. When I played with a rank 1 JunkRat on PS4, that was an entirely different situation. And in fact, it wasn't so much me on Mercy that would dictate the damage boost at all. It was him. He would turn around, he would fucking tell me, damage boost me right now, put it on him, he'd go do his fucking, basically put a bunch of fucking shit, and then those damage boost numbers are always high. They're into the thousands, right? Fucking to keep that guy with damage boost on him the whole time. As you go higher up into the ranks in this game, probably Diamond and shit like that, Masters, GM, all that, there it would make a big difference because the DPS, or what you know, DPS, hit scan, projectile, whatever, would be actually be hitting their shit, and then therefore you would get more value out of the fucking damage boost. But down here, it's just, man, unless you get a Bastion or something like that, a lot of times it's just not fucking, you don't get crazy high numbers from it because people ain't hitting the shit. They don't get the aim down right. Or at least not yet anyway. So anyway, we'll let this play out here and see how this clusterfuck unfolds. But even at the end of this, he was convinced that it wasn't a him problem, it was a healer problem as to why he was dead. Like, awareness in this game is an absolute, I would say it's more important than aim, right? If you're not aware of what's going on around you, you're guaranteed to be fucking on the ground dead. And he's dead again. Like, now, there again, like, why is he dead? Let's look at this, right? We got a major fucking contesting thing happening here on this fucking bridge. I don't even like standing on this bridge, because especially if they have a, in this case, I don't think they have a Lucio, right? Yeah, they just got fucking Mora and who's the other one they got? Anna. So it's not really here. It's not with this team. It's not much of a problem. If they had a Lucio, the fuck, man, this is prime territory to get knocked off the sides or whatever, right? The Lucio booping you off. Watch this. So we got major shitstorm happening here in front of us. Healers are behind the tank where they should be. Slow this down. Let's see. Where's old JunkRat baby? Okay, we're sitting here waiting. Tank's moving up. Kiriko almost got deleted. Heal her up.
Appreciate it.
Tank's moved up. JunkRat just jumped in, so he's in the air. Our tank's backing up here at some point. Yeah, he starts back up now. He's taking massive fucking damage. He backs up. JunkRat keeps going forward. Right into the diva. Like, dude, at this point in time, that's not, you know, it's like fucking you're fucked. What do you want fucking to happen there, right? You could have two healers pumping you, but if you're standing in front of the whole fucking team, they're going to delete your ass. Again, he doesn't think about going off to the side, trying to flank. He could even sit up on our balcony at the spawn, at the second level on our fucking spawn. I don't know what it is with these JunkRats. A lot of JunkRats want to fucking get right up people's grill. When yet they're basically a ranged DPS, right? They can sit back a long fucking ways, man, and not even do it. They can fucking hide behind a corner and just pop. You see that sometimes where they just fucking non-stop shoot. They fucking just keep shooting and shooting and shooting their little, you know, their main shot, their grenades. And somebody walks into a fucking, you know, all of a sudden you come around a corner and wham, you're fucking dead because of that shit. So you could be doing that too and not dying at all. But instead, he wants to fucking, I guess he thinks he's fucking part tank and decides to go up there and give Diva a little smoochy and she fucking lays him out. So, this is, I mean, you see this shit all the fucking time, man. Like, there's no, they say there's an MMR rating in this game, but I think that that's all been deleted, or at the very least has been fucking shelved, and the most important thing to Blizzard is queue times, right? So they want to make it so that basically you're not waiting, you know, any longer than you have to be to get a match, but by doing that, the only way to actually get that to work properly is you gotta fucking go so wide on the skill levels of the fucking players. You see it in comp, right? With this wide grouping and narrow grouping and all that bullshit, in the wide one for fucking comp, you go from bronze to fucking diamond. That's your team. You can literally have bronze fucking players in with diamond players, and this is the same on both teams. Now, Blizzard doesn't come out and actually specify the details of how that works, right? Like, do I got bronze fucking DPS? And they got diamond DPS? Like, how is it fucking shifting shit? Like, how is it actually making sure that that's fucking fair, right? Or is it, I got fucking bronze DPS and so does the enemy team? But we might have both fucking diamond healers or something like that, right? But that's how wide the grouping is. That's a fucking huge gap, man, between fucking bronze and diamond. That's people that don't know how to aim and don't know anything about the game, where people are starting to fucking figure the aiming out and have an idea about how to play the game, right? Up in diamond and shit like that. And you can only assume that they're doing that mainly for the fucking queue times, right? There is an aspect of that where people want to play with their friends and all that shit, and the rank thing could be an issue there because, I mean, if you play the game all the time and you got a new friend coming in and they're low rank, you know, say you're Masters or GM or something, you just can't group with them, right? It won't let you do it. So then you got to go make a new account. This is where you start getting into all this fucking Smurf bullshit, and you look at all the streamers out there and all that they currently have for this game. Fuck, man, every streamer that I've watched, all the top ones, they probably all have like 100 accounts each. You know, and so Blizzard's whole thing with the fucking get the cell phone connected to the account to stop the fucking smurfing, it didn't do fucking jack shit, man. It pissed a bunch of people off. Smooth, the one guy I play with, his fucking cell phone provider was one of the ones that they wouldn't fucking Blizzard wouldn't work with, so he actually had to get his fucking grandmother to basically get the code and all that shit to get his account going. It's just fucking dumb. And then you know, they should do something to control the fucking Smurfs, but I don't think that was probably fucking I don't know what they were thinking. Because as long as you can get disposable phone numbers and shit and make new Battle.net accounts, and people clearly are fucking doing that at staggering rates, including the hackers and the cheaters too, by the way, the whole system's kind of a clusterfuck. Has it filtered out some people because you have to do that extra step? Maybe. But I think what they really need to do in terms of the fucking cheaters and shit is start doing hardware bans. So basically, they can basically hash various parts of your machine, and then when they fucking ban, instead of just banning the account, ban the machine too. So that when you try to fucking actually connect back up, it won't do it without you going through substantial fucking around to actually turn around and cheat the system that way too, right? They have to do something, because right now, with the cheating in the game the way it's going, and their ban waves taking like a 6 months or whatever the fuck, and that's to me is just like fucking, it's stupid as fuck. So you're letting the game rot for like months on end, and then you're gonna do a ban wave? To what? Let it rot again for months? Like, this is just gonna fucking wear people on. They're just gonna say, it's not worth playing, man. Too much fucking, when the friction level gets too high, people just say fuck it. So anyway, let's get back to our AAA entertainment here. So anyway, Buddy's dead. JunkRat on the ground. Oh, hang on, I gotta change the fucking play speed here. And when I do that, it takes me out of the fucking character. Again, look at this. That's the third time he's been in that room with them lasers in the back of his head. And that time he finally either killed the laser or somebody else did. Three fucking times, man. And yeah, it's a healer problem, yeah, okay. Gotta get rid of this shit. I don't like that symmetric bullshit. And then we get this. Watch this here. This is interesting. So I'm crouched down. I gotta fucking see this. I gotta investigate this. So I'm crouched down on that. Must have just been like a fucking pixel showing and that was it. Yeah, it had to be just some fucking pixel or something sticking out, and that's why I got fucking smoked.
Ich sollte schnell zurück. Hinterher. Amplifying your power. Get them off now.
Like that Pharaoh shit, man, just really gets under your skin after a while, man, because it is just non-stop. It's just fucking spam, man.
Heroes never die.
Hanzo got the fucking Pharaoh out of the sky. That's a good one.
I'm here to support. Let's get the payload going. The payload has reached the checkpoint. This will help you.
Yeah, so this is another quick play match too for those that were wondering about that. It's not comp. I try to avoid comp because it just doesn't, me and that whole system don't seem to work too well together.
Performance.
Too many clusterfucks in there for me, man.
Be uplifted. I'm under attack.
And for me, I don't see the difference between that and quick play, really. Like, in terms of the actual gameplay and the players and shit, it's all the same shit. You go in there, there's no comms, and you still see people doing fucking, you know, shit they shouldn't be doing all the time. Just like, why even bother? If you had a group of guys you could do it with, that'd be a different thing. Of course, I took looking for group out of the game, too. I used to use that all the time. Our fucking tank over here is AFK the whole time, too. This is good. Looking for group, well, I use that all the time on the PS4. That's how I met that rank 1 JunkRat. They were actually making fucking new accounts, new Smurf accounts. And I had a group set up in there, looking for group. So them two come in. And when the, good thing the bomb missed there. When JunkRat told me he played JunkRat, I said, well, good. I said, how good are you? He says, well, he says, I was rank 1. I didn't know if that was bullshit or not, right? Because anybody could say they're rank 1. And he wasn't rank 1 on the current account he was on. It was a different account. I said, okay, well, we'll see what happens. Go on and do a match with these guys and see. I mean, if he's rank 1, you're going to notice that the fucking guy knows how to play the game. Like, he's going to get shit done, right? Kills and stuff. And sure enough, he did. There's another guy he played with, too, and the same thing with him.
Put up a good fight.
They're both really, really fucking high rated on various different accounts. So it was interesting playing with him because it was different for me in that being Mercy, healing somebody that, like, it's weird that the game moves at the same pace, but you get some of these guys that basically play at such a fucking extreme rate. Like, in terms of where they're moving around and fucking, you know, the amount of, the time the guy spent in the air was just fucking insane. With some of the jumps that he would do and shit, where he would land and stuff. So it was quite an adjustment factor to basically heal, like, fucking, you know, low-rank people, and all of a sudden you start healing this guy that was really, really good.
Let's get back to basics.
Let's see, we got the fucking lasers behind him getting hit. And see look at this. Like, look at how long they're sitting there for. That laser sat there that long. Sometimes I'll shoot it, but it depends on the situation, what's going on, too, right? Like, there's certain fucking cases where if I stop healing somebody, they're gonna get dropped. Like, they're gonna get killed. So I'm really hoping a lot of times that the fucking DPS or tank or whatever will turn around, or even the other healer, and fucking, you know, pop them things off the wall and get rid of them. So that was a good match there. We actually won that one. But it was at this point when we won it, I told the JunkRat, you know, go watch the replay on that and you'll see why you were dead as many times as you were. But he still tried to insist that it was a healing thing and not actually fucking, you know, dumb fuck standing in the wrong spot thing. So anyway, that's this match here. I'll at some point I'll upload this one too, and people can have a little peruse at this one. Take it easy.